I begin with a heavy heart. Mourn the loss of courageous soldiers in Israel's armed forces. This raises the number of our fallen to 854, each one a son or daughter, a story, a life of promise taken away. Their sacrifice weighs heavily on all of us, but it also steels our national resolve. We honour them not only in grief, but in our unwavering commitment to defend this country and bring our people home. Sergeant Niv Dayag was 19 years old and from Ramat HaSharon. He lost his life in a car accident during an operational activity in the Golan Heights. Staff Sergeant Yali Seror was 20 and from Omer. He fell in battle in southern Gaza. Captain Noam Ravid was 23 years old and from Shari Tikva. Both these servicemen were in the elite Yahalom unit of the Combat Engineering Corps and were killed by an explosion inside a tunnel shaft in Rafah. They were laid to rest yesterday. And Sergeant Major in the reserves, Dejen Daniel Sahalo, was 41 years old and from Rehovot. He was killed in an operational car accident in one of the communities near Gaza. The Prime Minister sent the nation's deepest condolences to the families of those fallen, of these soldiers, they should be of blessed memory, who fell in battle in Gaza and in the north. We share in the unbearable grief of their families who've lost their most precious loved ones. We will forever remember our heroes who defended our country and its citizens. May their memory be a blessing. Next to Israel's expanded operations in Gaza, this week Israel is issuing tens of thousands of call-up orders to reservists in order to strengthen and expand our operations in Gaza. Not to occupy, but to expand the military operation. Why? To increase the pressure on Hamas to release our hostages. In additional areas, Israel will destroy all terrorist infrastructure, both above and below ground. The Security Cabinet unanimously approved the operational plan to defeat Hamas in Gaza and return the hostages. Israel has made clear, release the hostages and for Hamas to lay down its arms and the war will end. The Cabinet also approved the possibility of further humanitarian aid distribution when necessary. Following the 25,000 trucks of aid that went into Gaza during the hostage release pause during that period alone, not to mention the 1.8 million tons of aid that have gone in before that, Israel knows that at this stage there is enough food in Gaza. The priority will be preventing Hamas from taking control of supplies which it uses to fund its terror. Next, on the Houthi attack on Israel yesterday, the initial inquiry by the commanding officer of the Israeli Air Force has concluded that the missile that fell into an open area adjacent to Ben Gurion Airport, our initial findings reveal no malfunction in the detection procedure or the interception systems or home front command alert mechanisms. According to the assessment, the likely cause was a technical issue with the interceptor launched towards the missile. Since the beginning of the war, the IAF have intercepted dozens of missiles launched from Yemen with a success rate exceeding 95%. The Houthi terrorist regime in Yemen is a central branch of Iran. They wish to destroy Israel. So in discussions with our US partners, Israel knows well how to defeat and how to destroy this threat. Houthis and Iran should be in no doubt of that. Okay, that's the end of our briefing here today. Please put your questions in the chat together with your news outlet, and we will take your questions. First question here is from Claire Parker of the Washington Post. and you ask, how are you calculating that there is enough food in Gaza, and when do you estimate it will run out? Thank you for that question, Claire. Look, when it comes to aid into Gaza, our assessment is that there is food in Gaza. The hunger story is being engineered by Hamas, and it's being repeated, unfortunately, without question, by too many of the media. Hamas have hijacked the humanitarian aid that was sent in 2 months ago. But now, Israel's assessment is that for months to come, there is enough food for everyone right now. And of course, that is also in Hamas's hands. Now, it's important to understand that Hamas could release it to their people. Our battle is with Hamas, not with Gazans. So Gazans suffer because of Hamas. Gazans suffer because Hamas started this war and could end it with releasing the hostages and laying down its arms. But Israel is examining ways in the future to see how we can deliver aid to those that need it, but not to Hamas, but rather to those that actually need it. And the examination is thorough, and it's also we're working out who actually is supposed to deliver the aid to the people on the ground without Hamas, again, hijacking the aid that is intended for ordinary people. Okay, further question from also from the Washington Post, from Leo Soroka. An Israeli official told Israeli media that the next stage of the campaign in the Gaza Strip would include conquering of Gaza and holding the territories. Can you elaborate which territories does it include? Thank you for that question, Lior. Obviously, I won't share with you operational details, but Israel has made clear that we are extending our attack on Hamas in Gaza, and we are extending it in the following fashion. What I can share with you is that we are on our way to defeat Hamas, and this expanded operation will help the return of our hostages. The plan will include, among other things, the expanding and the holding of territories, not occupation, the expanding and holding of territories, and moving the Gazan population south for its own defense, and denying Hamas the ability to capture humanitarian supplies. And also, there will be powerful attacks against Hamas. These actions, we believe, will help achieve victory, and the Prime Minister and the government believe that this is a worthy plan, because it can both achieve both of our goals in this war, which are the defeat of Hamas and the return of our hostages. The government has also made it clear that this plan certainly differs from predecessors in that we are moving away from the method of raids going in and going out, but to expanding the territory held by our military and remaining in them to prevent Hamas from taking it back. Israel continues to explore and promote the Trump plan to enable the voluntary departure of Gazans. And also, I can share with you that negotiations are underway with several countries on this issue, but I won't be sharing any other more details on that. Okay, that's the last question here today. We've got the last question here from AFP. If expanding and holding of territories does not mean occupation, does it mean that Israel will control these Gaza areas temporarily and not indefinitely? Thank you for that question from AFP. Perhaps you can share your name. I believe I've already answered that question in the previous answers that I've given. The purpose is to destroy Hamas. Hamas will not be in charge in Gaza anymore. This will free Gazans for a better future for themselves, but also this entire region. Okay, that is the last question now. You can contact us in the usual way. So in the meantime, please do stay safe, and we'll see you at the next briefing. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay informed and inspired. This is Dejobnik signing off.